So HBO's Winning Time has been officially canceled after just 2 seasons, which is a huge bummer because this was one of my favorite currently running shows on HBO. The news broke last night after the season 2 finale aired. Little did we know that we were actually watching the series finale. There was a huge giveaway in the final 2 minutes of the show that this was the end of the road. This video will contain mild spoilers for the show Winning Time and the historical events that followed. This comes to us from Vulture and it says, there won't be a third quarter for Winning Time. HBO has decided that tonight's season 2 finale of its Lakers Dynasty drama will actually be the show's series finale. While the final decision to end the show before season 3 was made relatively recently, it did not come as a total shock to producers. Network brass had given them a heads up a couple of weeks into the season 2 that ratings for the series weren't showing the signs of momentum needed for a renewal. And people associated with Winning Time used social media to begin warning fans that cancellation was a real possibility. So why did this happen? It's likely for a couple of reasons. So ratings for one, not enough people were watching the show to justify the large budget that it has. The show doesn't have expensive CG or dragons to worry about, but it does have a really robust cast and is a period piece. It's set in the 1980s, so to make everything fit that aesthetic and that era, it is really expensive. So ratings and budget likely killed this show, but what contributed to the ratings being so low? With the ongoing writers and actor strikes, none of the actors could actually promote the show Winning Time. So no tweets, no posts, and no going on late night talk shows to discuss the show and promote it. I saw very little marketing for the show as well and had to go looking for it buried in Max's new menu system. So you literally have no buzz or hype from your actors around the show. So it just quietly comes out and many don't even realize that the show is on right now. The Vulture article goes on to say, the one silver lining to the news, producers were able to film an alternate final scene for tonight's episode. So the series did not completely end with the Lakers losing the 1984 NBA Finals. In the original ending of season 2, a version of which was sent to critics earlier in the summer, the action ended with a somber Magic Johnson sitting on the floor of the Lakers locker room showers and absorbing the team's heartbreaking defeat at the hands of the Boston Celtics. But in the version which aired on HBO and streamed on Max, the scene is followed by one set 5 days later. Team owner Jerry Buss, played by John C. Reilly, and daughter Jeannie Buss, played by Hadley Robinson, are shown walking alone onto the court at the Forum, with Jerry talking about his daughter one day taking control of the team and all they had already accomplished. Now, this is a fine scene between father and daughter, but it's not a series finale ender. And you could feel it. There was so much that was left unresolved. No final scene between Jerry Buss and Magic Johnson, the two who really kind of formed the cohesiveness and bond of what the show ended up being. What happened with Buss's divorce/settlement? And we never got to see the LA Lakers finish the story and beat the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals.
None of it meant shit! Because it wasn't against them.
Those slippery leprechauns did it again. So in the final 2 minutes of the finale, I knew something was off as they began to do the Sandlot-style sports movie cliche sequence of telling you with text and images what ended up happening in the subsequent years to the players, coaches, and owners of the LA Lakers dynasty. When it began playing, I said to myself, oh no, why are they telling us this? Why wouldn't they just have 3 more episodes and actually show us this? I then went on to realize that they were recapping literally everything that happens after the 1984 NBA Finals against the Boston Celtics, and I thought to myself, oh no, this isn't good. It felt like an unfinished piece of music or a Broadway show that stops at intermission. The show had so many great characters and so much potential for future stories to tell. And the best part about the show was that it was taking events that had historically happened and dramatizing them. It really feels like we got gypped before the story actually got really going. Season 2 was a solid season with a standout episode that focused on Larry Bird. Sure, we can Google what happened, but it's just not the same. Perhaps someone at Apple or another streaming platform would be interested in picking the show up. It's happened before with something like Cobra Kai, but who knows? If you want to read the full article from Vulture about everything surrounding the cancellation, I will leave that down in the description. Sorry, fellow Winning Time fans, it looks like our time is up.